From the top of Mississippi, the award-winning Charger Nation News brings you up to date on the latest events of the week. Today on CNTV, theater readies for a new play. Furry friends are looking for a new home. And meet the Smiths.
Happy Friday, South Haven High. Today is Friday, November 30th, 2018, and I am Alexis Paul bringing you up to date with the latest Charger Nation news. Our theater has been working very hard these past 9.5 weeks to put on the most epic musical ever. And finally, the time has come to set the stage and enjoy the show. Here is CNTV reporter Chase Paul with an inside look at our talented group of students.
Theater is expression. It is an approximation of life, and it is a device for change. But what is theater? Theater's true nature is almost completely elusive to the world. As art can be seen for generations, theater starts and ends every night of production. There will never be an exact replica of a performance. South Haven High School is proud to present to you Rock of Ages. Ms. Cox, a performer at heart, is a wonderful conversationalist, teaching not only theater, but a variety of language arts as well. And most importantly, she takes hours out of her day to expand her knowledge of the arts.
The musical this year is Rock of Ages. It's about a guy named Drew Bowling who wants to be a rock star and a girl named Sherry Christian who wants to be an actress, and they're trying to pursue their dreams in the 1980s. The message of the play is sometimes the dreams that you go in with are not the dreams that you come out with, but they're still good dreams. I picked this play because it's like nothing that we've ever done before. It's we've got a live band on stage. It's music that people are familiar with. It's 1980s music that I know that you've heard, and you'll be singing along with them in the aisles as they're singing them on stage. It's going to be a really, really good show. The character that I personally probably most relate to is the character of Lonnie. He is the narrator of the show. He is kind of making all the things happen as they happen on stage, and that's definitely kind of how I see myself as a director, is trying to make all the things come together into a cohesive whole.
Theater brings people to change their own realities, building on their characters with every performance. However, behind every character is an amazing actor.
The actors are a good mix of kids from all over the school. We've got people who are cheerleaders, we've got people who are in choir, we've got people who don't do anything but theater.
I'm Austin Kraft and I play Lonnie Barnett in the Rock of Ages.
My name is Caleb Baker and I play Drew Bowley.
My name is Ray Payne and I play Sherry Christian.
My name is Luis Marquez and I got the role of Dennis Dupree.
My name is Noah White. I play Stacey Jacks.
My character is a rock wannabe just trying to make it big in LA, and he was working at a bar and trying to get the girl of his dreams.
My character is a girl from a small town and she moves to LA to become an actress.
Lonnie, he's the narrator of the show and he's pretty just extra, and he helps run the bar with his spirit guide, he likes to call him, Dennis Dupree.
Stacey Jacks is a above average rock star, living life on the edge, super popular, and he's a ladies' man.
He's basically like, he owns the hub that the play is staged around. It's called the Bourbon Room. That's the setting of the whole play, well, majority of it at least. And I basically own it, and I guess long story short, I'm trying to save the place from going out of business and being, just bought out by the city.
My favorite song in the play has to be Here I Go Again.
My favorite song would have to be Dead or Alive in the musical. I'm not in it, but it's a pretty good song.
My favorite song, it's not even my song, it's Dead or Alive, Bon Jovi.
Oh Sherry, I love that song a lot. It's been one of my favorite songs for a long time.
My favorite song, I don't even sing it, but my favorite song is called Shadows of the Night, and it's like this big, epic moment in the musical, and it's just awesome.
We started rehearsals in September with vocals, and they've done vocals for about 3 or 4 weeks after school. And then we did choreography. We started choreography in September, with that doing two days a week after school. And then we've started just this week kind of putting the blocking, and with the blocking was just where you move on the stage. With the blocking and the choreography and the singing, we're putting it all together this week. With musicians, we will have live musicians on stage. So it's all different pieces that all have to come together, and it takes a while for all that to happen. It will be December 13th, 14th, and 15th at 7 o'clock. And there'll be a matinee performance on the 15th at 2.
Nothing is quite like the feeling you get when you experience a world being created in front of your very own eyes. Come out and join South Haven for a night that will rock the town. This has been CNTV reporter William Chase Paul.
Speaking of hard work, state testing season has commenced in full swing, and here are some things you need to know. Please make sure that you are here on the days you are testing and know where your testing room or rooms are. If you aren't very sure, there is a list displayed on the trophy case at the end of the Great Hall that you could check out, or you can ask a teacher that should have a list as well. Also, make sure to go to the cafeteria the morning of your testing to enjoy a delicious breakfast and also to be accounted for. Lastly, please remember that you must pass all 4 state tests to graduate. So again, make sure you are present and ready to do amazing. In other news, it's always amazing to meet people with the same first name, but it's even more fascinating to meet someone with the same last name. All students here know 2 familiar South Haven High faces with the same last name, but what's the difference between the 2? Here is Asia Taylor to debunk the Mr. Smiths.
Throughout your time at South Haven, you've most likely had multiple fantastic teachers. Perhaps one of these teachers was Mr. Smith, either one of them. Both men lead captivating lives outside of their day-to-day lives teaching. If you plan on taking French 1 or 2, you may be taught by Mr. Smith.
I'm Greg Smith, and I teach French 1 and 2. I'm not a fast learner of languages. I started when I was 12, and I'm still studying. I do French almost every night, and so I would say in French, il faut continuer jusqu'au bout.
Mr. Smith has lived in both France and Turkey. In France, he earned his premier degree language certificate.
I retired from the Army, and I'm retired from teaching in Arkansas. I'm working on my Mississippi retirement. But I was a little prolific when I was young. I had, the last count, about 80 jobs. You know, most of my jobs were part-time jobs, and they were not career-type, employment. And so I like teaching quite a bit. I just tell students, take French. It's fun.
On the other hand, if you take dual credit English, Professor Smith will educate you. He is also well known for doing our Friday announcements.
In 10th grade, we read the Odyssey, and I can't remember the exact page number. I wish I could, that'd be cool. But at some point in the Odyssey, I just stopped and I put my book down in the middle of class, and I thought to myself, I could see this in my head right now. I set my book down and I said, this will do me. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
If you're looking for stories or tips on getting into entertainment or writing, Mr. Smith is the man to go to.
So I took the opportunity to go and work on the college radio station. I just volunteered when I was, I think a sophomore or junior, I guess junior, in high school. I just went down there one day and told the station manager I wanted to start doing the Saturday morning shift. He didn't have any students that really wanted to get out of bed on a Saturday morning, so he was like, all right, you know what, you could take it. Worked at Hibbett Sports for a while, managed a Baskin Robbins for a while, took a bunch of graduate classes in a bunch of different places, and was in and out of radio for several years, because I knew once I started teaching, which I finally did at the age of 29, once I started teaching, I would be in it for the rest of my life. So I had my fun. Not that this isn't fun, it's totally fun, but I had different kinds of fun before I settled into teaching, and that was the right decision. I would give the advice that it's not too late to start, and it's not too late to finish a project. There was a massive gap between when I started my book, which was I was 16 years old. I finished it when I was 33. But there was a long period of time that I did not work on that. And later I went back and I said, you know what, I think now is the right time. It's okay to let life happen, and not put things on hold just because you are, dedicated to this thing that you want to do. It's okay. If life happens, life happens. It's always going to. You can't slow life down.
Anyone would be glad to have one or even both Smiths on their schedule. Both of them lead very extravagant lives, and we thank them for teaching the students of South Haven. This has been your CNTV reporter, Asia Taylor.
Rescuing a pet and giving them a second chance at life can be one of the most rewarding feelings ever. Personally, all of my animals are rescues, and I can agree that it is one of the greatest things you can do. If you've ever been interested on how you can do this, our very own Elizabeth Price has some more information on bringing home a new furry friend.
Whether you're a dog or a cat person, you can agree that all animals deserve a loving home and a perfect family. But as you may know, not all animals can achieve that. According to National Kitten Coalition, approximately 7.6 million animals are put into animal shelters each year. And what's worse is 1.5 million are euthanized as well.
When I got my animal, the place was overcrowded, so my parents went over there and got my dog. His name is Foster. He's a Cocker Spaniel. I love him.
And these statistics don't even begin to cover the poor mistreated animals.
The adoption foster place, it was like a hard knock life, you know? So he loves us, we love him.
Thankfully, there's a way to help these furry friends. Charity is always an option, and there are many to choose from. You can foster animals so they're not stuck in a cage. Adoption is another way to help. You can watch as your furry friend becomes your forever friend, all while saving the life of an innocent being. Not all animals are as lucky as this one right here. Our own South Haven City Animal Shelter doesn't euthanize animals, so he'll never worry about having to lose his life. But he's missing something dear to him. He's missing you. This has been your CNTV reporter, Elizabeth Preuss.
We would like to recognize the Government Club on their outstanding wins at the recent Mississippi Youth Legislature event. Riley Roberts, out of 250 students who participated, won Most Outstanding Legislator, along with Angel Morgan and Luis Marquez, who won Outstanding Representative. Finally, South Haven High received the Premier Delegation Award. Congratulations to all! We would also like to recognize the teachers who will be running in the St. Jude Marathon tomorrow. Ms. Johnson, Ms. Gibbs, Ms. C. Turnage, Coach McCrory, and Mr. Embry will be participating to help raise money for the foundation this holiday season. Good luck to you all! Moving forward, this past Monday, NASA's Mars InSight lander finally landed on Mars after a 6-month and 300 million mile journey to the red planet. Its purpose is to collect more information about the inside structure of the planet that will even help us understand more about the evolution of Earth. But the probe wasted no time to snap a quick selfie on the new planet, posting to Twitter, quote, "There's a quiet beauty out here. Looking forward to exploring my new home. Hashtag Mars landing." NASA also announced that they will be sending up a special rover in 2020 and aim for a main goal of the man-made mission to Mars in 2030. So as you sit in science class, think about sitting on that mission spacecraft in 12 years. And now, on to this week's Out of the World Sports Recap with Jordan Osmer.
Hey Chargers, I'm Jordan Osmer with your Charger Nation Sports. November 20th, our boys and girls basketball teams took on Byhalia. Our boys took that win with a score of 79-61. With Sanders scoring 29, Brevard scoring 14, and Hibbler with 13. Our girls took that win also with a score of 65-45, with Woodhouse scoring 22 points, Winston with 15, and Jeffries with 13. Tuesday, our basketball teams took on Olive Branch. Our girls lost to Olive Branch, and our boys were defeated by 10 points. Tonight, we take on Grenada here at home. Come out and support the basketball team. This weekend, our soccer teams will be traveling to Gulfport, Mississippi to play in the Gulfport Invitational. Good luck to them. November 17th, our Palm Squad had competition. They finished second in Palm, second in Hip Hop, and won the Superior Showman Award. Congrats to the Palm Squad. This has been Jordan Osmer with your Charger Nation Sports.
Finally, here's Kira Owsley with a look at this weekend's weather forecast.
Hey Chargers, it's time for your weekend weather. Today we'll have a low of 62 degrees and a high of 68 degrees. There will also be a 90% chance of rain, so be sure to carry an umbrella just in case. Moving into Saturday, the sun will come out, causing the temperatures to rise with a low of 50 degrees and a high of 70 degrees. Sunday, the temperatures will drop just a little bit, leaving us with a low of 45 degrees and a high of 67 degrees. That's all for your weather, and I hope you have an amazing weekend.
This has been your Charger Nation News, but don't just wait until Friday to get your Charger Nation fix. We have an Instagram and a Snapchat that you can follow to stay up to date with anything under the sun, or Mars. Now go out there and have a wonderful day.
Someone was what?
Walking behind you.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Can you stop?
Sure.
Okay. Alright.
Dude, that scene was over long before that door even opened.
Yeah.
Okay, roll.
What's up, everybody? This is Ramey. He's our camera guy. He loves doing camera. He loves being in front of the camera too. He's just a little shy.